What's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to replace and adjust the rear brake shoes on your scooter. Here I have a 150cc scooter. This procedure will be the same for most engine sizes. I had this scooter for about a year. The rear brake never worked well, but now it doesn't do anything at all. So I'm going to show you how to fix that.
If you know your brake shoes are good, you can just go ahead and adjust this screw and be done with it. And make sure your brake lever is tight.
Find a well-lit place to work. If it happens to be indoors like this, don't let your old lady catch you doing it. If you don't have a motorcycle jack, you can simply put the scooter up on a toolbox.
Start by removing your muffler. There are 3 bolts on the flange in front. Use a 12mm socket to unscrew them. The muffler supports will take a 14mm socket. Don't lose the gasket. Carefully remove the 2 bolts from the exhaust pipe using a 10mm socket. Do not lose the round O-ring exhaust gasket. Looks like mine is stuck in there. That's good. Use a 10mm socket to remove the 3 fender bolts. And take the fender off. Next, use a pry bar to make the wheel stationary, and use a 24mm socket and a breaker bar to unscrew the wheel nut. Take the nut off. There's a little spacer behind it. Use a 12mm socket to unscrew the 3 swing arm bolts. Notice they're different lengths. The shortest one goes to the shock, the longest one goes down below, and the middle length goes in the middle. And pull the swing arm off the scooter. Tuck the shock up out of the way. There are 2 spacers here. And now you can pull the wheel off. Take a look in the drum. You can clean this area. Let's take a closer look at the brake. Notice how this lever actuates a cam that pushes the brake shoes apart. If you tighten the nut on top, it tightens the cam, placing the shoes closer to the drum. Alright, let's take it apart. Let's take the nut off there. And pull the cable end out of the lever. Now there is no tension on the cam. Carefully pry the brake shoes off the post. Once there is no spring tension, it's easy to take them off. You can apply a small amount of grease to the contact areas on the cam and the post below. Now install the new shoes. Place the top parts of the shoes onto the cam first and the lower left corner of the rear pad onto the post, and then carefully pry the front pad onto the lower post. Do not put your fingers behind it, and use a screwdriver to gently get it into place. Reinstall the cable. and put the nut back on. Reinstall the wheel. The wheel should spin freely at this point. Tighten the nut. Should just be finger tight here. When you're done, the wheel should still spin freely. Check the lever. If it's too loose, go back and tighten it some more. You may hear the brakes dragging on the wheel just a little bit. This is normal, as long as the wheel is still spinning freely. And make sure that lever is nice and tight this time around. Okay, now it's time to put it back together. Don't forget the 2 spacers on the wheel. Put the swing arm back on. When you're reassembling the parts on the scooter, do not use power tools to tighten the bolts. Make sure you tighten everything by hand. That way you know exactly how much torque you're using. This is a Chinese scooter, so be very careful not to over tighten anything. The downpipe is probably the hardest part to install. Take your time with this. You have Chinese screws going into Chinese aluminum, which happens to be your engine. Be very careful with it. You do not want to strip any of the bolts. When you're installing the exhaust, don't tighten any of the bolts until you have all of them in place. Once everything is in place, then go back through and tighten all the bolts.
Okay, that's it. Take the scooter off the stand and you're ready to ride.